That was the most wonderful pause. The biggest dog came over and said hi to me. I just love animals so much. So they're always so drawn to me, but sometimes humans don't want their animals saying hi to everyone. And so I have to practice understanding for that and be like, no, you gotta listen. And yeah, and some animals just aren't friendly. So I didn't know what was gonna happen, but it was the sweetest encounter. It was a big hairy boy. He got his smell all over me, definitely, but sweetest creature nonetheless. I can't really remember where I was, but I know that I needed to turn this back on and finish talking about healthy connections and unrealistic stories of the gods. Burp of comfort fucking nation. Like the mountains and the air and the rocks, different elements are screaming at me right now. Why would we ever argue? Tell them this. Why would the gods argue? Why? To teach argument propagates war, and war propagates this idea that it's okay to ask your brother, your cousin, your uncles, your fathers, your sons, your grandchildren. It's okay to ask them to kill themselves for you. Yes, we all come with accessibility to Christ consciousness, which makes us prone to the storyline of a wounded warrior, which so many have, but that is just almost a natural element of existence in the carcass. Not just having access to Christ consciousness and some being retarded to it, like there being no actual ability for connection. But Christ consciousness gives you the understanding of that you're a mind, body, and a spirit. You're a spirit inside harnessing the carcass, and you have a soul. And so when you recognize that, you are not a child anymore. Some children might not come to that recognition until after 11 or after 17 or after 21, after 25 years of age. And that is only because the human brain does not finish developing until 25. Keep me on track, Holy Spirit. Please keep me on track. I know I was saying something. Yes, Christ consciousness and why this enables us as humans, as souls here on earth, as God's children, as a goddess myself, as a God myself, to have this want to say, I am willing to sacrifice for you. I love you so much. I understand I can put forth sacrifice for you. Not just because I'm a good mother and I don't mind working extra hours to make sure that my son has everything that he has ever needed or wanted, but because I wouldn't mind doing that for you as well. And that is just a natural element of being a soul or a spirit having a human experience. It is an aspect of ego, though, the carcass. And the carcass is just a meat memory card. You are the light shining through, so you can, like I said, your chakra points, they take in, give and receive these different portals of information. They are portals themselves. And so they're continuously pushing out and pushing in your auric field if you let them. And not just if you let them, it is if you let them, because blocks are not completely understood, and it is an allowance that comes from the spirit, and the spirit must be strong enough to control the carcass. Some people get mad when they hear that. Oh, but I've been traumatized. Yeah, baby, I've gone through some things too. I've been severely beaten as a child. I have very fucked up sexual childhood trauma. It's allowance, and it's recognizing that the spirit is strong enough to overcome those things, and also recognizing that jealousy is a part of human experience. It's not a part of your soul. I've never experienced that. I have seen what it does to others, but it does not exist from or stem from my soul or my spirit. So it does not enter my auric field. It does not enter and damage my spirit in a sense. It is an aspect of darkness of this realm we understand and have great empathy for, but it is something I already overcame between the ages of probably 4 and 7 years old, and had those conversations with myself and with God about it, and the ancestors, because I know that they were always protecting me, especially in my most darkest hours, in the moments where it was always, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no motherfucking evil. When that was happening most for me, my spirits and my ancestors and my guides were with me the most, giving me the most love and the most guidance and the most grace for this existence. I might be lightweight distracted. I can see the little hairs out the corner of my eyes, and they're like glistening. Mm. I love it. May you always love playing with your hair. I think it is self-soothing that we are doing right now, because it is not fun to converse about traumatic events, whether they are something that I have personally experienced or that I just have seen others experience and go through and know that is a real, not is, but was a real aspect. It is becoming less and less. There is, regardless of how the news wants to propagate it, there is truly less and less hurt. There is more understanding for autonomy and what abuse and abuse of power truly is. And we are bringing a better golden age here for all of us, and for our children and our grandchildren. Our grandchildren and our children's children, their children's children. Our grandchildren are our children's children. I meant to say their children's children. They will not know the hurt of today. They will not understand it. They will read about these things and have conversations about these things in school lecture and at home between the ages of 4 and 7 and 7 and 9. And they will understand why we don't hit or try to take from someone else. That whatever we want, we can have, and otherwise we gotta share some things. And understanding how to share, especially share resources, share accessibility to things, is highly necessary, and it's very childlike to act like, especially money hungry people. Envy is it's such a special ed 4 to 7-year-old, like that much of an underdevelopment. Your brain hasn't developed since then. If you're envious, if you're jealous, if you think somebody has something you can't have or don't have access to, it's a retarded 4-year-old place to be, especially when it comes to money and people that hoard money. Like, and I'm not trying to sound unkind. We all want credit for the efforts we put forth, and we are coming to a place where you cannot pay people to do something they don't want to do. And so all these videos I have been seeing lately about just getting paid to exist, that is a very real thing, and we all deserve that, because there not only is enough to go around, but there is enough work to go around, as well as credits. And when we just give adequate honor for actual accountability. And when I say actual accountability, I mean giving credits for the effort one creature put forth, the actual effort they put forth. And for some people, they are very good with their minds. Some people are very good with their hands. Some people are very good at being told what to do. That is also an aspect of our masculine energy that some have abused in the past, that I know in this new era, this golden age that is coming upon us, that is something that will not be abused. And it is not to talk down on them, but men do. They like to be told what to do. They want to follow someone who they know has a plan. And that's not that they want to follow women, but they want to follow whoever they think has the best plan. It is true though. Even my masculine energy says, yep, I want to follow the one with a good plan. And online, I do follow some people who I can see share good guidance, but government and politically speaking, I don't really follow any of that. Politics are just that. Poly meaning many, ticks meaning something that bothers you, a parasite that feeds off of others. And so, many feeding off of others is what it is. And the masses really don't understand how great they are compared to these few with money that might give a good speech, but they're speaking mostly to, I want to say between the ages of 11 and 17, there is a mental underdevelopment or undevelopment. It just hasn't been developed, or it is underdeveloped because it stayed at that processing level when it comes to arguments and jealousy versus solution-based programming, I want to say, but it's solution-based guidance that leads to an understanding that we don't need governance. Yes, we need guidance. Yes, we need leadership positions for our communities, but do we need governance? No. We're not stupid. We already go out every day and stay on our own side of the road. All hell isn't gonna break loose if government falls, when it does, and leadership, divine leadership, takes its place. When oh, hello again. Oh, hello again. Nice to see you. I'm making a video.
Sorry.
You're good.
I didn't know you were still there.
No, I was just sitting enjoying the sunshine and recording a video because it's a
Okay.
nice spot to stop, and my legs were all wobbly and I was like, I don't want to walk home yet.
Alrighty. Come
Have
on,
a blessed
Loki.
day. Thank you for being friends.
Sure.
Have a blessed day.
You too, thank you.
Thank you. That was the sweetest creature. I think he called him Loki. That's so awesome. I think I'm just so smiley because that's so cute, and also we were talking about deleting the devil in your life. And so, in a sense, the devil comes up to me exactly like that, as the sweetest dog. Not at all a demon, but a sweet creature to just tell me exactly what's been done, because the trickster spirit is very real, but the devil is was originally created by God's children. The trickster spirit with which he embodies most is a natural element of creation, but the devil is a terrible name given to him. So even the trickster wants to delete him, because Loki is closer, a better explanation of divine trickster. And there is this part of us that wants to laugh and enjoy all things, but that dog is probably very vicious. You saw how big he was. That dog could probably hurt me and fuck me up if I was not a sweet little creature. And so there is that understanding too, that trickster, that part of our sacral energy. That's where we want to laugh. It's not part of our solar plexus. It is part of our sacral energy. It is very orange and fiery and bright. It's what we hold sacred as humans. We all love to laugh. We all love an optical illusion. How I was saying, I find so many optical illusion hearts. We love that. We love that aspect of getting to exist here as spirits. And so there must be a more divine and loving understanding for it than deleting the devil, so to speak. Yes, we want to delete the devil, but is that trickster a natural element that brings forth so much joy from all of us, that brings forth so much laughter from and for all of us, that will always be here? There will always be an optical illusion. Like, look at how big the moon looks when it's rising and it's just at the horizon. But when it's in the sky, why does it look so small? Same with the sun. It looks bigger at sunrise and sunset, but it looks so small when you go to look up at it in the sky. It is very bright, but it still looks so small. It is an optical illusion because our eyes can adjust and compare it with the contrast of the hills or the sky, the skyline, the earth that it is appearing to rise from. And so I love that optical illusion. I love that aspect of life. I hope this message brings clarity and love for so many of you, so you can enjoy Earth and the trickster spirit within all of us more and more lovingly and more joyously. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. Stay safe. Stay golden.